Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Levi Evans and Titus Majors for Not the Experts.
That's right. I'm Titus Majors. That's Levi Evans. This is Not the Experts, live to you from the Berlin Multimedia Production Studios, LaGrange, Georgia. We are here, back again, back-to-back shows. I am in a much happier, joyful, peaceful mood today. Levi, how you feeling?
Good sleep. Doing great.
That's good.
Doing great.
It's back-to-back shows this week. We're
Yeah,
doing big
it's
things.
crazy.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this never happened back in the day.
Also, I think I feel really good just because we got sports like this past weekend. Just got the whole NFL draft.
Yeah.
I actually watched all three. Well, the first two rounds I watched, and that's the record. I've never made it through a whole first round, and I got through, the first night and the second night.
I think I watched one whole draft, like back when it was a 2-day affair, it'd be like Saturday and Sunday, and that's because I had a family member like in it.
Oh, wait, you had a family member in the NFL draft?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Who?
He went to North Carolina.
Who was it?
He ended up going undrafted.
Oh, he went undrafted.
Yeah, he went
Oh,
undrafted.
okay.
Yeah.
Did you tell me that?
I told you. I think I told you.
You might have told me.
Yeah, I might have mentioned it before.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Has he gotten signed?
He was bouncing around for a little bit. This was a while ago.
Oh,
Yes, it was a
okay.
while ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he bounced
My
around.
bad.
Yeah, this is during the what's his name? The Carolina coach, football coach. The guy
Butch.
used to,
Well,
this
Butch.
is the Butch era.
Oh,
Yeah, it
okay.
was back then when they had those good teams for like 3 years.
we
Yeah.
just got a comment to
What's happening?
go take Undisputed off the air.
We would,
Dude,
would
we
love
really
to do
do
that.
need to take over Undisputed.
We'd
It's
be
a
so much
terrible
better.
show.
It's bad.
Yeah.
I watched like 20 minutes of it last week, and I don't know what happened. They were talking. I don't know what they were talking about.
I consider myself a young, aspiring Skip Bayless, but a more coherent one. And one that knows stuff.
My dad today called me, said I'm like a passionate Rich Eisen, and I was like, that's really dope. I like that.
I like that. I like Rich Eisen
Yeah, Rich
a
Eisen's
lot.
awesome.
He's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I like that comparison.
Yeah. I like to think I'm a mix between Colin Coward and Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith.
Not Will Kane? No
And Will
in your
Kane.
mix? Like
Yeah.
a sprinkler Will Kane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If all four of them had a baby, it'd be me.
That's your crew.
Yeah.
That's your squad.
Defying physics.
But yeah, we are like a hybrid of multiple people
Yeah.
in one and younger.
We're not experts.
They're not experts though.
Yeah.
That's how we get away with it.
Exactly.
But today we are talking. The main course of this show is going to be The Last Dance. Parts 3 and 4 dropped last night, and we all saw them together for the first time ever.
Yeah.
All of us. Yeah, saw them for the first time ever last night.
Titus,
What's up?
for those who didn't hear last night, I'm just going to go ahead and spoil it because I'm mad at
Shouts and
him.
plug.
I want everybody else out there to be mad at him
Shouts
too.
and plug.
He's a cheater. He's already seen 1 through 8. I'm not happy about
These
it.
are wild accusations.
And he
that are
told
being
me
spouted.
he told me he was tempted. He was like, "Man, I just might go ahead and watch all of them."
I might have said that.
Yeah.
I
But
may have
and
said
I told
that.
him, I was like, "Dude, don't do it." I was like, "Don't do it. Watch it with the rest of us." And what does
Okay,
he do?
and
he
I was-
texts me like
And I
2 days
was
later and
watching with the
says,
rest.
"Guess what, man?
No, I
already
was
knew."
gonna watch with the rest of y'all. I wasn't gonna do the VPN thing because
Uh,
one, I can't do it from my phone because Netflix blocks it on your phone. They block it from the app on your phone. So I wasn't gonna do that. However, if things come into my inbox and I open it and it happens to be that, I can't be responsible for what happens after that. What am I supposed to do? Delete the message?
Yeah.
No, someone worked hard to receive that message and then send it to me.
sure.
So what was I supposed to do? Not watch?
Whatever you say, Titus.
But I
I'm
didn't
sure
send it
that
to you.
that work at home when you were little on your parents. Be
No,
like,
no one sent me. I didn't have a phone. People send me bootlegs.
yeah. I'm talking about Titus.
What?
Why'd you eat the cookies before dinner? I told you not to eat the cookies before dinner.
I
Well,
didn't do
Mom,
that.
they fell off the shelf and landed right in my hand. What was I supposed to do? Put them back in the jar?
That wouldn't. First of all, well, we didn't have a cookie jar. They just be in the pack.
It's metaphorical.
I'm just
It's
saying.
a metaphorical
Yeah, but
situation.
it's not the same. It's not the same. This one ended up in my inbox. I don't know what you want me to do.
Anyways, moving on. Yeah, note the experts. So yesterday
sir.
we didn't go with. I didn't reveal the Twitter polls of last week,
Yeah, we
which
had a
we
lot
just
going
had
on.
2. It was the one got to go, and we'll start off with the one I put up. Well, it was the 4 white forward centers.
Yes.
That have awesome nicknames. Frank Kaminsky, aka Frank the Tank.
Absolutely.
Brian Cardinal, aka the Custodian,
Mhm.
Brian Scalabrine, aka White Mamba, and Matt Bonner, aka Red Rocket. You want to give a guess on who won this? Who has to go? What the audience say?
People like Scalabrine for some reason. Somebody gets Bonner. They kick Bonner out.
No, he was second.
Frank
No, he was third.
Cardinal.
Yeah, Brian
Okay.
Cardinal,
I forgot his name for a second.
the Custodian. He got 44%. Matt Bonner got 34%. Frank Kaminsky 22%. And Brian Scalabrine got 0%. Because we all know Brian Scalabrine, he's a fan favorite.
Yeah.
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 So one got to go Disney edition that Titus brought us last week.
Yes, sir.
It was between Mulan, Frozen, Pocahontas, and The Little Mermaid.
right.
You want to take a stab at who got to go?
So I saw the poll early last week, and Frozen seemed to be in the lead.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna guess the people who came to their senses and stopped voting for Frozen, and we got Pocahontas out of there.
They stayed with their senses and voted
God.
Frozen out of there.
Y'all are disgusting.
41%. Actually, and you said Pocahontas? Pocahontas actually got the least amount.
Oh, it's Pocahontas good.
Pocahontas got 12%. The Little Mermaid
Okay.
was second with 29%, and Mulan 18%.
So people would rather watch a historically inaccurate movie.
I
That's
guess
what's up.
so.
I get it.
Yeah, we like that version better than the real one.
Yeah, because it ended happier, right?
Yeah. I guess so. I don't know. I didn't see it all the way through.
What, Pocahontas?
Yeah.
Oh.
I told you I just saw clips.
Oh,
of
that's
it.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
You did tell me that.
But
Yeah.
so that wraps up Note the Experts.
I'm disappointed in all of you, but I'm cool today. I let out enough anger yesterday. I'm good today.
Yeah. Anybody missed last night's show? Go watch last night's show.
A YouTube comment from Tyler just said, Titus is like a very condescending, mellow Trey Wingo.
Ah,
And Levi is like Will Kane and Schefter had a baby.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Works.
I like Will Kane and Adam Schefter a lot.
Yeah, the good people. Shout out
Yeah.
to the comments.
So, all right. So before we jump into one gotta go, I
Yes.
kind of teased last night that I have a great story to share.
You're going to put your pops on blast.
Yeah, I'm putting my pops on
Papa
blast.
Evans is going on blast.
Yeah, on the
I'm
side
excited.
ticker, you can say it says story time, bad dad take. And this is probably the worst take I've ever heard in my life. Like I've never wanted to get into a physical altercation with my father before, but it was about to go down that night.
It was that bad.
It was that bad.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to hear
And
this.
many of you may think of me as being the bad person after this because you might be like, oh, that's not that bad. But if you pay attention to college football, preferably Alabama, then you will know how bad this take is. Are you ready, Titus?
I'm listening. I'm
Okay,
ready.
so
Let's go.
I'm in my room Thursday night, correct? And on the TV screen is the NFL draft.
Right.
Huge TV in my room. You know,
Right,
when you
right.
walk in, the first thing you see is the TV.
Stop.
And Tua Tagovailoa has just gotten drafted by the Miami Dolphins.
I'm
It's on the
picturing the
TV.
scene.
It's very evident. If you just walked in, you looked at the screen for 1 second, you could tell Tua has been drafted by the Miami Dolphins. My dad walks into my room, kind of acknowledges the TV, looks over at me. You watching the draft? Yeah, I'm watching the draft. Tua gotten drafted yet? Is he going to get drafted tonight? Yeah, Tua's going to get drafted. Actually, he just got drafted right there.
Right.
Oh, where'd he go? Miami, you know, where everybody has said he's going to go for the past year.
Yeah.
Jalen gotten drafted yet? No, Dad. Jalen has not gotten drafted yet, and he will not get drafted tonight. What do you think Tua's going to play? What do you mean? What do you mean? What's Tua going to play? Football? Like, what's the question? All right, is he going to play quarterback?
Right.
Yeah. Is he going to play quarterback? I would assume so. Huh. You mean they can't use him at like running back or wide receiver?
Oh.
And that's where like I had to tell my right arm to stop. Like it wasn't even in my control. It just started like jumping off the bed or like it was about to come out of my socket. And I was like, no. And I couldn't, like, I was just dumbfounded. I couldn't find words. I didn't even want to argue with him. This man, Tua's had four surgeries on his lower extremities. And you're asking me if they're going to use Tua as a running back or a wide receiver?
That's a bad
Tua's been described as one of the best passers and ball throwers we have ever seen in college football history.
Right.
And you're asking me, is Tua going to play wide receiver or running back in the NFL?
That's a bad take. That's a bad take.
Oh, no, yeah, it gets better. It gets better. Yeah. So,
do you need Inti?
yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, it gets a little bit better. So after asking me, for those just joining, my dad's just asked me if Tua's gotten drafted yet. As Tua's getting drafted, he's just totally negligent to what the TV's telling us. Ask me, what's Tua going to play? Quarterback, duh. Suggest wide receiver or running back instead.
No.
And then walks out on this note. I would have picked Jalen.
Oh, no.
We should have kept Jalen. I've been saying it all along. We should have kept Jalen.
So
if he didn't walk out of my room on that note, I would have physically had to remove him from my room myself.
So you're not an expert, but yesterday was inspired by your father, basically?
Yeah.
Wow.
Then he tells me when I confront him the next day about it.
Oh, yeah, let it take marinade.
Yeah, I had to confront him, and I told him I was going to blast him on this show. And I'm telling my mom too, and my mom's even kind of surprised at what my dad's saying, and like my mom doesn't know anything, And she said, and my dad goes, well, look, you're not the expert, okay? That's you. Why don't you listen to me? I'm the expert. And I just walked out. Yeah, I just walked out of the house. I just walked out of the house on that. It's like, get out of here.
Hit you with the show title.
Yeah, exactly.
Tua should be a running back or wide receiver.
Yeah, tells me Tua should be used as a running back or a wide receiver. Tells me Jalen should have been the first quarterback taken off that board.
That's a lot.
And
that's a lot.
So apparently, hey, according to my dad, y'all are going to win the Super Bowl if y'all put Jalen in as quarterback.
What's up? All right, then.
Y'all are going to win the next 20 Super Bowls.
I need to go ahead and cop that Jalen jersey.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get your dad a Jalen Eagles jersey.
You should.
I should do that.
You should.
For sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I had to share that, man, because I was just dumbfounded.
Yeah, that was he deserved that.
I don't know what
he did the right thing.
Yeah, I mean,
he did the right thing.
He doesn't get to keep up with college football as much as he would like with his job, working on Saturdays, and this past year was tough for him for that. But yeah, I'm like, what? Are you serious?
Running back to
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
Who's had 4 surgeries on his hip and below.
I wanna turn Madden on and change to his position to running back and to see how bad
that goes.
Yeah, I want to see what the rating goes down to.
Well, he'd get injured after the first snap. Like give him one HB toss or slam, whatever. And he's gone.
But the dude that had hip surgery at running back.
Good Lord. And 2 ankle surgeries.
2 ankle surgeries
and put him at running back. Good Lord.
That was wild.
Yeah.
He was bugging. I'm glad you told us that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Love you, Dad.
I think you did the right thing because you told him you were going to do this.
Yeah, I did.
Which gave him time to reconsider.
Up. Yeah.
You know, so that's the right thing to do.
No, I don't want him to. I don't want his reconsideration anymore. Yeah. Don't. Yeah.
My father said you're cold-blooded.
He said that?
Yeah, he said that. So the fathers are sticking together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. He's sticking.
No,
he's got to know that's a bad take.
He doesn't agree. He just said you're cold-blooded for doing this.
I know your dad's got way more sense than my dad does when it comes to that. Good Lord.
But yeah. So
Man.
that's good. Dad, don't say any text like that because I'll have to do the same.
Yeah.
I have to follow suit.
I might have to get my dad on like the show once we get closer to football season.
We should interview each other's fathers.
Yeah. I'm gonna get him his takes.
Yeah, for sure.
They're gonna be the worst takes ever.
I'm all the way into that. So yeah,
we just got a Tua over Saquon. You're right, Kobe. Tua over Saquon. We don't even know. My dad's really the expert. That's what he said.
That's
so
it. Yeah.
he may know something we don't know.
He's an expert.
Yeah.
You can have a comeback. That's how good that point was. Yeah. No comeback for that. Shuts you down.
Good Lord. Good Lord.
Shout out to the father. Shout out to the father of the experts.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll get into our one gotta go. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
All right, making sure. We'll get into our one gotta go this week. We are back with the Disney theme. This is the last of the Disney themes. Next week will be an ultimate one gotta go bracket with all the lowest vote getters going against each other head to head. So, which means whichever y'all's favorite. So I get to slander all 4 of them possibly. So that'll be fun. That's what I'm in this for, the slander. Because you haven't figured that out by now. Let's stir this pot up. One gotta go this week. We got Moana,
Lord.
Zootopia, Tangled, and Brave. Full disclosure, I have not seen Brave. But I saw the picture of a logo of Brave, and the girl in Brave has an arrow and long hair.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she looks pretty dope.
Yeah.
I like how she gets down. I bet she can fight.
She's
so
the Disney female version of Legolas. Could I say that?
Who's Legolas?
Oh, you don't watch Lord of the Rings?
I know. I never saw Lord of the Rings. That's shocking, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty surprising for me not seeing Lord of the Rings. But yeah, I missed the boat when it came out.
Yeah.
And they always have those marathons on TV. But it's like a 12-hour marathon with commercials. So I'm like, I can't dedicate 12 hours to TBS. I just can't do it. So I've never seen them.
Yeah. But Legolas was the master bow and arrow guy, Orlando Bloom.
Got you.
The best one out of the whole
word.
trilogy.
Bet. Okay. So that's what she's on. I do like her look. I've had to pull up the synopsis of this movie because I haven't actually seen it. So according to the synopsis, Merida is a skilled archer and impetuous daughter of King Fergus and Queen Eleanor. Determined to carve her own path in life, Merida defies an age-old custom sacred to the uproarious lords of the land. All right, so whatever. So basically, she's a typical unruly Disney teenager that goes out, does something that she probably shouldn't be doing, but then she wins in the end.
Oh, that's pretty much like any teenage movie preface.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, the parents are wrong. She's right. But Will Smith said a long time ago, parents just don't understand. So
Yeah.
Disney just improved. This is just improving that for like over 30 years.
Exactly.
So yeah, Levi, what would you get rid of in this list?
I've never seen any of these and do not
Whoa.
care to see any of these.
Whoa.
But I'm gonna go ahead and just say let's get rid of I'm gonna do this for the parents out here. Let's get rid of Moana because I hear a lot of parents saying they have to play Moana on repeat for all day to keep their
Moana,
young daughters happy.
Moana's
I've gotten a
powerful-
surprise of do what?
The Rock in it.
Yeah,
That's
I
not
found
helping,
that out
though.
today too.
I don't
found
think that's helping things. Is that helping things?
yeah, that's
having
another
Rock in it
reason.
helping things?
The Rock has enough movies,
I'm
so
not
we can
a-
get rid of that.
I'm not a Rock fan either. I know I remember Mark Wahlberg thing. I'm not a big Rock guy either.
Yeah,
But the reason
The
I'm
Rock
not a-
is a compiler.
he
when it
is
comes
a compiler.
To, yeah,
And you know my problem with The Rock is that usually, there's always one action movie star. There's only allowed to be one.
yeah,
Usually it's somebody that can actually fight.
yeah.
They got the dude from the WWE to be the action star, and I don't like that.
We don't know if we can. Dude, come on, man.
can't
He
fight.
played. Hey,
can't
you know what?
But
He played for the U during the '80s.
he was on the
He knows how to
bench.
fight.
He was
though.
on the bench for the U.
But
didn't
he
get
had
on
to
the
hold
field.
his own though, playing for the U. He probably knows how to
I
fight.
With like
Gotten-
a kung, I
gotten
want somebody
into
with a
few
kung fu
scraps.
background, not a yell with Vince McMahon's money background. That's
Okay.
all for my action movie stars.
Okay.
But I'm not getting rid of Moana because Moana is a very good movie. It's not better than Frozen, but it's a very good movie. Tyler Eady says Moana is the best one on this list. I think Tangled's better than Moana. I think Tangled's a very solid movie. I haven't seen Brave, so I don't want to get rid of Brave just because I haven't seen it, so I'll get rid of Zootopia. The producers
Yeah.
did not appreciate
Christina's not happy with
She's not
these.
appreciate
Two
that.
that you should not have gotten rid of.
Yeah, so she,
So we
she
should've
says
gotten
those are
rid
the
of
we picked the
Zoot-
two that shouldn't have gotten rid
Nah,
of.
Zootopia has a really funny clip with like the sloths where they're moving really slow at the
He
DMV.
works at the DMV.
Yeah, they got
Classic.
they put sloths.
What?
They had sloths that worked in the DMV, so they moved. You know how
Oh,
DMV moves
nice.
really slow.
Yeah, yeah.
So they had the sloths there. It's a really funny. It's a really really funny clip. But I don't want to get rid of Brave. I think it's unfair to get rid of a movie I haven't seen. And Sarah Bareilles made a song called Brave, and I like Sarah Bareilles a lot. So I'm keeping that.
Who's
So,
Sarah Bareilles?
You know the one that made I'm Not Gonna Write You a Love Song.
Yes, dude. All right.
Exactly.
Look, I had a conversation with with somebody about this like 2 weeks ago. One of the most underrated, best pop songs ever made.
That's a
I'm
great
Not Gonna
song.
Write You a Love Song.
That's a great
and
song. She got a
learned-
lot of hits, bro.
No,
Sarah got a
I
lot
heard.
of- she got
Okay,
a lot of
well, in the
underground classics.
conversation, we kind of concluded that she was a one-hit wonder because I haven't heard anything.
Nah,
else
she got a
by
lot
her.
of songs. You probably just didn't know she made them though.
I don't.
Yeah, Sarah got some. Stuff there.
And I learned that song isn't about an ex or anything.
Yeah, it's about the label.
Yeah, it's about the label.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah, you ever heard that song? You know that
Good
song
song.
"Bottle It Up"? You ever heard it?
No.
If you heard it, you probably know that you heard it before. But that's her too. Sarah Bareilles got a lot of hits.
Yeah.
I rock with her heavy, and she
Yeah.
plays piano and sings. She's pretty dope.
Yeah.
So yeah, Zootopia's got to go for me. I'm sorry, y'all. It is what it is. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hate to disappoint the studio. But yeah, Zootopia's out there. Y'all let us know. That'll be on Twitter. Y'all put your votes in and tell us who you think should go and who you think should stay. And we'll revisit that next week. And then next week will be the super one gotta go bracket. So be prepared for that. The lowest 4 vote getters.
Oh yeah, we're doing the super one next week.
Yeah, the
Okay,
lowest 4
sweet.
vote getters will be
Bet.
all in the one bracket, and you have to get rid of one of those. So hopefully it'll hurt all of you deeply to figure out which one you gotta get rid of.
Yeah.
And you'll be mad at me because I'm slandering one of them, or 2 of them, or all 4 of them, depending on what's on the list. Could get dark.
Bet.
Yep.
All right.
So yep, on to the next.
Moving on.
Yes, this is
All right.
your.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Anybody who's watching right now live with us, do not click away because I'm about to reveal like one of the best things I've heard in a long time.
Talk about it.
And I'm gonna give you a forewarning here. This may ruin the NBA for you for the rest of time. Titus, are you familiar with the phrase you can't make this stuff up?
Yeah, I've heard that phrase before.
Or
for sure.
what's the other phrase? Like you couldn't write this in a script.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is the ultimate. You can't make this stuff up right
Talk
here.
about it.
Yeah.
I think you explained it to me briefly the other day, but I didn't really
yeah.
understand what you're
Explain it
talking
to you briefly. I'm gonna
Yeah.
explain it to you and the audience once again.
Yeah.
So, as you know, we did not get to finish, and it does not look like we're gonna get to finish the NBA season
about. Right.
in the playoffs. So, let me get my notes here. Dr. Garva Yules.
Okay.
He is an algorithmic professor at the University of Texas.
He knows math too well.
Do what?
He knows too much math.
Yeah.
I can tell already.
Yeah, he's a pretty smart guy.
Yeah.
And oh, sorry, the one guy kind of. I was like, am I doing something wrong? All right. Anyways, so University of Texas, at the University of Texas, in that algorithmic, lab, whatever
Yes.
hall they are in, they are the owners of the Frontera computer, and the Frontera computer is the 5th largest supercomputer in the world.
Okay.
The job of this computer is they got different algorithms and stuff. It can just take in an enormous amount of data
Right.
and it can just spit out, a simulation or how something goes.
Yeah.
So they did this with the NBA season. They picked it up with the games that, we didn't get to play.
Yeah.
Carried out the rest of the NBA season, and the computer determined who made the playoffs and also some of the winners of the yearly reward or awards.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm telling you guys right now, this computer simulation of how the NBA went down, we're not going to get any better than this. Okay. This was the best
Talk to me.
thing that could ever happen. Man, I love it, every single bit of it.
So
Okay.
it's better than 2K simulation?
It's way better than any simulation you could think of, Titus. It's anything that you could come up with your head. If I told you to think of the most ridiculous, best, and entertaining NBA season and playoffs, you would not be able to beat what this computer came up
Word,
with.
okay.
You ready?
All right, talk to me.
All right, I'm going to start out with the winners.
Okay.
Three awards, okay? MVP, Rookie of the Year, and Coach of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
MVP, do you want to take a guess? Like, who would you have named MVP this year?
Giannis again?
Giannis? Okay. Giannis is not the MVP.
Sorry, internet.
All right. The Frontera computer has James Harden winning the MVP.
Of course it does.
And you want to know why?
Why?
Okay. In games 73, 74, and 75, James Harden scores 60-plus points in each of those games, which is a record. No one's ever scored 60-plus in 3 straight games. This gave James Harden the MVP.
All right.
Rookie of the Year,
Ja
Morant.
Okay, good. They didn't mess that up.
Coach of the Year.
Mm,
Do you have a guess?
what's his name? In LA?
In LA?
Vogel?
No.
Who was it?
Steve Clifford of the Orlando Magic.
What?
I don't think it's that much of a reach, though, because Orlando Magic have done, I think they've exceeded expectations this year. And
What are they, like an 8
they
seed again?
unbroke Markelle Fultz's shot.
Wait, weren't they still like a 7 or 8 seed again?
Something like that.
That's where they finished last year.
Well, I mean, I think they've done better with, I don't know. This is what the computer, don't question the computer, man. Don't question it. It's all science,
I'm gonna
okay?
question it.
Look,
I'm gonna
and for
question
any
it.
of those out there who are going to try to argue with this simulation, don't. Just sit back, listen to it, enjoy it.
Okay.
Because
Well,
it's just great.
You said it wasn't a reach. I'm just saying if they finished 8 twice 2 years in a row, that shouldn't get you Coach of the Year. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my only
All right.
argument.
So,
Continue. Though.
moving on to the playoffs.
All right, playoff.
So, the Denver Nuggets,
Mm-hmm.
they defeat the Portland Trailblazers 4-1 in the series, first round. Okay.
Oh, revenge. Okay.
Yeah. So this is what happens. So Portland, what? You got a comment?
Yeah, my dad said how many times did Harden shoot? 250 per game.
I don't know. The computer didn't tell us that, or in this what I read, it did not tell us. It gets better. All right. So Denver beats Portland 4-1, but Portland won game 1.
Okay.
But what happened was Damian Lillard went Damian Lillard.
Oh.
He got a little excited.
Mm-hmm.
And in the press conference, he decided to insult the president of the United States severely.
Wait, they did press conferences in the simulation?
Yeah, no. When I say it's a supercomputer, so it takes in everything, dude. Like it takes in all your social media, all your online activity. It can take in interactions, articles, everything that's been written about you, said about you, recorded about you. It takes in all that. So it's not just determining what's happening on the court, it also determines what happens off the court too. Okay, so Damian Lillard insults the president of the United States in his victory celebration in game 1, and in results of that, he is suspended by the NBA for 2 games, and this causes the Trailblazers to lose. Titus, look, man,
I'm listening.
just
I'm
enjoy
listening.
it.
I'm listening.
Enjoy it. It gets better. It gets better. It gets better. All right. So 4-1.
All right.
Denver over the Trailblazers. Also in the first round, the Memphis Grizzlies defeat the LA Lakers You want to know why? You want to know how it happened?
I would love to know how that happened.
Okay.
Yes. Please
In
explain that to
game
me.
2,
Yeah.
Jonas Valanciunas elbows
Don't you just-
Anthony Davis in the eye, causes his retina to become detached, and therefore misses the rest of the series,
Oh my
causing
God.
the Memphis Grizzlies to defeat the LA Lakers.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
So that was just two highlighted like games that happened. Do you want to take a stab at who won the West though? Those were just two playoff series that happened.
The Clippers?
No.
God, I don't know. Who was it?
Your MVP James Harden carries the Houston Rockets into the finals. Okay?
All right.
Now let's move over to the East.
Okay.
The Boston Celtics and Milwaukee Bucks play each other to get into the finals. That's
Okay.
the Eastern Conference
Yeah.
Finals.
So
Milwaukee.
the East stayed pretty basic.
Yes,
Okay.
East stayed pretty basic.
Okay.
So, let's see. They play a 7-game series.
All right.
It's determined in the 7th game.
Okay. I'm seeing some logic
And
now.
there's none of the games are determined by more than 5 points. It's a
Okay.
very close series
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
way through. The determining factor of who wins this game is George Hill.
Oh,
After
good
he
Lord.
scores 51 points in the 7th game to lift the Milwaukee Bucks past the Boston Celtics. You seem confused.
I continue.
And
Sorry.
yeah,
Let's get to this final series.
Davius Reed says, "Bro, this simulation is crazy." But wait,
No, dude.
there's more. If you think
God.
this simulation's crazy, it's about to get crazier. You ready?
There's only one series left.
No, whoa. We're forgetting about the social aspects.
Oh.
So
Okay.
you want to know what happens in the locker room in the victory celebration?
Lord. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell me. Tell
man,
me what
this is where it
happens.
gets good.
Tell me what
And
happens.
so, George Hill, he's the man, right? He just
Yeah.
scored 51 points, a
51
career
point
high.
George Hill game.
Yeah, one of the highest
Okay.
too in a conference finals deciding game. George Hill's very excited, right?
Naturally.
Well, other extremities in his body may become excited as well while he's in the locker room and cameras are in there. George Hill's towel ends up falling off of him. He does have an undergarment under the towel,
Yeah.
but you can see he is pretty excited. So can social media, but social media thinks he's not excited enough because it's kind of small. And this affects George Hill's performance in the finals, and he's never the same player.
That means he went back to being George Hill.
He went back to being George Hill because, and so the Bucks are facing the Rockets, correct?
Yep.
The Bucks are actually forced to play their home games at Marquette due to water damage in their arena. So the Bucks kind of start out with a
Wait, I'm sorry. Someone's arena got flooded?
yeah, the Bucks are forced to play their home games at Marquette due to water damage.
Okay.
And this may end up becoming true. So this supercomputer, its main duty, it can do it can simulate like a lot of
This
things,
computer
but its
sucks.
main algorithm duty
Uh-huh.
is for weather and like natural disasters.
Okay.
And its average is 85% correct, but it's been like 99% correct. That's what this professor has been saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the Bucks are at a disadvantage. They're forced to play at Marquette for their home games due to water damage.
George Hill's career high is 37 points, by the way.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
That's what they're out there.
But hey, don't question the computer.
Yeah.
So Giannis
Yes.
has a terrible series compared to
Against
Giannis
Against the Rockets.
against the Rockets. Yeah.
And their vaunted defense.
Yeah. You want to know who guards Giannis
If you
in
say
this
James
series?
Harden.
No, it's not James Harden.
Covington?
No.
Who?
Daniel House. Daniel House holds Giannis to an average of 17 points a game in this series, causing the Rockets to win the finals.
This is the simulation. This is what their supercomputer did?
Yes.
What's it called? The Frontera?
There's more.
Oh, God.
There's two more bits of information I'm going to share with you.
Okay. What else?
And Titus, I'm here for it, man. I wish this computer could simulate my life. I wish it could dictate what
Are
I
you
do in
sure?
the future. I mean, I'm not that sure, but it sounds fun. It sounds like I'd have a fun. It wouldn't be a normal life. I can tell you that. I'd wake up every day with something new. So, end result of the Rockets winning, James Harden shaves his beard.
Please,
think
no. That's a nightmare. No,
That's
please.
a nightmare.
Yeah. Have you seen it without his beard?
Yeah,
It's terrifying.
He's not that good looking
No,
without the
He
beard.
needs to keep that, please.
Also,
It's a funny face.
at the victory parade, the celebration.
Oh, they've simulated the victory parade and everything.
Yeah. So this is what it came up with. Russell Westbrook wears an outfit to the parade that consists of a pony and a sparkler.
Oh, God. That's okay.
I don't think it's very far off, though. I think this might be the closest to anything. So we don't know if he's naked on a pony with a sparkler in his hand, or maybe it's a T-shirt with a pony holding a sparkler. Who knows? But the computer says his outfit will consist of a pony and a sparkler.
Okay.
And there's one last bit of information this computer simulation tells us.
All right.
All the speeches at this victory parade are delivered in both English and Mandarin.
Huh? Okay, so this is the worst computer ever.
No, it's the best computer ever.
No, this computer's awful.
Well, so you think that's a stretch. So tell me, Titus, whose GM disrespected the all-great China?
That's why they wouldn't like them.
Yeah, so that's why they have to put the victory celebration into Mandarin and apologize to them during the celebration.
So you telling me to taught them how to speak Mandarin?
I guess. I mean, that's what the computer came up with.
God, get this computer out of here.
I don't really appreciate.
One day this computer is going to be in. One day this computer's going to go crazy, and it's going to be like, "Oh, there's something wrong with the world," and it's going to blow everything up. Your little Frontera computer. That's what happens. That's what supercomputers do. In every movie, a supercomputer has always decided the world needs to be blown up. That's like their MO.
Well,
That's all they
Titus,
do. And this computer specifically that just had Damian Lillard getting suspended for tweeting about the president. That's what happened.
no, he didn't tweet at him. He said it in a press conference.
Oh,
after
speaking
the
about the
game.
president in a press conference after the
Yeah.
game. This supercomputer would very clearly destroy the world if it had the chance. We need to destroy the supercomputer.
I
And
don't
arrest
think
the
any of.
professor.
I don't think.
What's
I don't
president's
think that
name?
was a stretch. I don't think
What's the-
Damian Lillard.
He's never done that. He's
that
never
was
said
a
anything about the
stretch.
president though.
Well, I think it took all. So, I mean, I told you it absorbs everything. So it's
Nah.
probably taking in every post game. And
He's never said anything about the
you know,
president in post game.
have you ever sifted through all of Damian Lillard's tweets?
No, but if you said anything about the president, it would have blown up.
Oh, you
Because the
think
president would have responded.
I mean, I just wish you just enjoy it. Don't question the computer.
I
Just
always
enjoy
que-
it. It was
you
a
know,
great.
Levi,
like
you
that
know I
was
don't like
better than what
technology.
you'll ever get. That's better.
No, it's
that's
scary.
A better,
It's a scary future.
how's that scary?
I don't want a Mandarin English press conference in the finals.
Yeah, I don't want that either.
I don't
But
want.
that's the only thing I don't want
I don't
out of
wanna
all
live in a
this.
world
I'm okay with everything else.
I don't
That
want-
was the best.
I don't want to know
NBA
about
finals.
George Hill's stuff either. I don't
Well,
need that in my life either.
I mean, and George Hill, if you've seen the simulation, hey, that might be the determining factor if we know that this computer is real or not.
Oh God,
Yeah.
I want this computer.
I wonder
I
if
want
George
it
Hill's
shut
heard
down.
about these predictions too.
I want this computer shut down.
I want this computer open all the time, and I need it. So yeah, just let the computer do this every year. We'll wait for the results to actually happen, and then we'll compare the results to the computer's results.
This is why I fear the robot takeover.
that was the best
Stuff like that.
Best. We just had the best NBA season ever.
Stuff like that is why I fear the robot takeover.
that was the best NBA
And why I
season
tell
ever.
Siri thank you every time I use her, because I'm afraid that one day they're gonna get mad and just make stuff happen like this, and it's gonna be scary. So yeah, I don't know if you know that.
So
I
you're
fear
not
robot
here for
takeover.
the comedics of it or the
No, I'm here for the comedians of it,
outrageousness.
but I legitimately fear the robot takeover.
And
It's
you know
a
what else could
legitimate fear
also
of mine.
determine it? Not just George Hill and his situation.
Mhm.
When we get to finals time in June, let's see if that arena really does suffer some water damage. And then you tell me if this computer's right or not. How about that? Yeah. So thank
do it
you
with you.
to
I can't do it
Mr.
with you,
Garvey
bro.
Yules and your Frontera
I want
computer
him arrested.
because, man, you came up with the greatest. You can't write this. You can't make this stuff up ever.
You sure
It was the
can.
best thing.
I mean, you
The
can
best
make it
thing
up.
I'd ever heard.
You can make it up. You definitely wouldn't write it though.
I mean, that was better than anything I could make up, really.
It scares me, but
It
I'm
was
with you.
awesome.
I'm with you. But you know, I fear computers anyway, so you
Yeah.
know how I am with technology. One day
But
they're gonna run us.
yeah, so I just wanted to share that because
Thank you.
I thought that was awesome.
All
It
right.
was great.
That was okay.
Moving
I'm trying
on.
to recover mentally. 'Cause I'm a little freaked out.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's not your fault. It's Dr. Yules. Is that his name?
Yules. Yeah, Mr. Dr. Yules Garva.
Yeah, I want him questioned about important people. Yeah. Okay. So I can't believe that just happened.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take over the segment.
That was the best.
Take over the segment.
All right, so now we're getting to the last dance while we're all here. So last night, episodes 3 and 4.
I'm glad you kept a straight face during that.
Dude, it was the best. So it discussed highlighting Dennis Rodman.
Yes.
It wasn't as much Dennis Rodman as I thought it would be.
It was more in the first episode than the second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you got any thoughts? How you want to do this?
Oh yeah, because I watched this last night with all of you
Mhm.
for the first time,
Yeah.
and I thought the Dennis Rodman stuff was really interesting. I think getting any peek at Dennis Rodman's like personality is always good. Is always interesting to see.
Yeah.
And seeing how much or how well I think Phil Jackson was able to like manage Dennis Rodman as a person. I think that's pretty cool. I think it highlights how important the mental health aspect is for athletes as well. Because Dennis went through a lot, and I don't think a lot of people really understood what he was going through. But Phil was able to, take care of him, look out for him, and the Bulls held him down a little bit. And I think Dennis Rodman's an interesting character in general, for one. And I did love the story about him going to Vegas in the middle of the season.
Yes.
I mean, I need a vacation.
Yeah.
Like 2 days,
hmm
72 hours later.
Can I
Gotta go pick it
interject
up.
here?
Yes,
So
absolutely.
not just Phil Jackson though, because Phil Jackson does need a lot
Yeah.
of credit, and we talk about the head coach's main responsibility, really on any sports team, is just managing people.
Right.
You're just a manager.
Right.
You're managing emotions, thoughts, players, whatever. And it's just not Phil Jackson. I think once again, Jerry Krause deserves the respect he deserves because any other GM in the NBA was not taking on Dennis Rodman. Nobody thought that, hey, we can manage this person and we could turn him into a winner. But he saw something also
Well, Phil
that
had to
nobody
meet with
else
him.
saw.
Phil had to meet with him to do it.
Well, yeah, but I
I'm
mean,
saying
he was there for it.
Jerry saw somebody that can help us win, and Phil's like, let me talk to him and talk to the guys and see what's up. So
Okay.
so we're not doing this Jerry Krause getting credit thing, unless you want to get to the part about him at the end of the second part where he was like on a radio show talking about how he was going to blow the team up anyway during the season.
Yeah.
Just want to talk about not giving him credit for that.
Okay, sure. You
All
know
right.
what? Screw Jerry Krause, whatever.
Yeah,
All right,
please,
keep
please.
going.
Yeah. No, when you keep
that's
talking-
everybody's indictment on Jerry Krause, anyways. Like,
But every time
he's
he
next
tries
to
to-
Carol Baskin. Don't
He's
give the
not
man
next to
any
Carol Baskin.
credit for being a GM.
He gets credit,
and
but you're not gonna
doing
you're not gonna
GM
No, no,
duties.
see, I said I wasn't gonna yell today. You're not gonna give him credit for stuff and then not take away credit for the fact that they're in the middle of a season. He's talking about how I don't care what they want. I'm gonna do what I want with this team. You're not gonna acknowledge that fact.
No, because y'all aren't. Because
He
people
ran
don't
Michael
acknowledge all the
Jordan-
good things he does.
he
So
ran
I'll just
Michael
be
Jordan-
super
Bro,
Jerry
he-
Krause
this-
here.
okay.
I'll just play the contrarian.
Levi, does running Michael Jordan out of town because you have a beef with a head coach not sound incredibly stupid?
Yeah, it's incredibly stupid.
Okay, then just say that. That's all that matters. He got credit for building the team. We all say he did a good job building the team. He
Mhm.
also blew it up because
Yeah.
he had an ego.
Yeah.
That trumps what you did to build the team.
But what if I throw in the whole mental health aspect there? What if something's wrong with Jerry, man?
That's not. No, you're not doing that. That's not gonna work.
He didn't have a mother there
Something
to
wrong with
hug
him being
him and tell
insecure.
him he was doing a good job
being
when he was
insecure
doing
is
a
the
good
problem.
job.
Him being insecure was the problem.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the problem.
Okay.
Anyway, do you have any thoughts on Dennis Rodman?
Yeah.
Besides trying to give Jerry Krause credit.
Dennis Rodman's the greatest rebounder of all time and will be the greatest rebounder of all time. Nobody will be able to do that. He averaged 18 rebounds a game, something like that, I think.
Let me see.
At
look
one
him up.
point,
I'm on
one
Viva Reference
season.
right now.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
an ungodly amount of rebounds
He
that
was
man
incredible,
had
bro.
in his career. I was
He's-
blown away by how he actually studied the art of rebounding
Yeah,
and
that was
how he
really
could tell,
interesting
different players' tendencies, how they shoot the ball, how it's coming off the rim. It was great. And
He
also
averaged 18 rebounds a game, 2 seasons,
2 seasons. Yeah.
back-to-back seasons actually.
Yeah, it
too.
was pretty good.
Yeah.
And he's the all-time leader in rebounds, isn't he?
I believe so. That sounds right.
Unless somebody like Kareem did that. That doesn't count. I'd put Rodman over him.
Whoa.
Everybody was a foot shorter than Kareem when he was playing. So don't tell me that.
No, that
Rodman was shorter
Will
than
Chamberlain's era. Will
Huh?
Chamberlain's era was that.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I got my
I feel you.
players and eras.
Yeah, Will Chamberlain is the all-time rebound leader.
Yeah.
That definitely doesn't count. Will
Yes.
definitely doesn't count. But Dennis is way down this list.
And I was impressed too. Dennis Rodman. So I thought this was funny. Dennis Rodman said he never used drugs and has never used drugs, but his face does look like, the results of meth face, kind of like he looks like a product of what drugs do to you, even though he's never done drugs before. I thought that was interesting.
Rodman is 24th on the all-time total rebound list.
He's
So,
lower, but
total
I'm still
rebounds,
putting him up there
not
as
the
the greatest rebounder of all time. And I was impressed by
No.
Dennis Rodman's energy.
Karl Malone's up here.
His
Oh,
motor
no.
couldn't stop. Yeah, Malone, he deserves respect too. But the dude just got off a 2-day bender, 3-day bender, really, in Vegas with Carmen Electra and and Joe Exotic maybe. And then
I wouldn't
turns
be surprised.
around and outruns everybody in practice. I thought that was really
wild.
impressive.
That was a really wild time.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Yeah.
Some people just built like that though. They just they just have the athletic ability to do what they need to do.
Yeah.
No matter how much time they take off, which is kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Robin, in terms of players, was incredible. He was a smart player. He understood his role for one, which is always a big deal, and he was comfortable doing that. And he was the number 2 when Pippen was gone with the situation. So I think Robin's just an interesting character, man.
Yeah.
He's an interesting dude and a great player.
Yeah.
I also think seeing him, Draymond, that is legitimately Draymond's best comparison is Dennis Rodman.
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
And I was about to throw Draymond out there, but I thought you would have just shot me down there. Okay.
No, I think Draymond and Rodman is Rodman is Draymond's best comparison.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I see a lot of similarities in their style and how they play
But
the game,
Rodman's
how they approach
the
it.
more superior.
Oh yeah, Rodman.
Yeah.
I think Rodman's better for sure. Yeah,
For
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Also about Dennis Rodman, I'll end it on this. Or I'm going to end my opinion on Dennis Rodman with
What's
this.
happening?
Just because I'm not going to let you get away with this. Jerry Krause and Dennis Rodman had the same issues. Both different forms, different people, different backgrounds. But at the end of the day, they just wanted attention.
Okay.
They just wanted to be loved.
No, that's good.
And
that's
I
cool,
thought that
that's
was
cool.
obvious too. Like when I
But-
saw Jerry Krause getting down on that plane last night,
That was
that
funny.
dude, he
That
can
was funny.
move. I like the moves, and I think he was genuinely happy in those moments.
Of course
He's like,
he was
hey, they're
happy.
including me, and
Yeah,
I'm part of
what
the team.
reason
And then they tell him to go sit down right after that. And but
You-
that's kind of how it was.
say
It's kind
that
of
when
like a
you
hey
laugh,
Jerry, and then go get him out.
I'll tell you to sit down sometimes. I'll be laughing. It's
Well,
still
yeah,
good
okay, yeah.
fun.
I didn't mean the whole sit
Yeah.
down. It's like just dissing them, but at the same time,
Jerry Krause defense.
Yeah.
Man. You are into it. I thought last night would change your mind when they showed him, talking to a newspaper in the middle of the season about the end of the season. I thought that would maybe.
yeah,
change
I
your
mean,
mind.
it did
did
damage.
change-
Okay,
yeah.
look, I'm here, man. Look, I'm playing contrarian here. There's not enough
I
people out
understand.
here for Jerry Krause, so y'all forced me to go 100% Jerry. Even
But
though, do
it's
I really
because-
believe 100% Jerry? No, but I got to balance it out because everybody out here is comparing him to a murderer. So
I still haven't seen anyone do that.
you still haven't?
No, I
yeah, I
haven't
can
seen
show
a
you a
single
few
person comparing
posts
to
where
Carol
people are
Baskins.
comparing him to Carol
right.
Baskins.
Krause gets credit for exactly. Yeah, like this. Jerry Krause deserves some credit. Okay, well I'll say if y'all say Jerry Krause deserves some credit, will you give up and
Yeah.
finally okay.
I want to hear everybody though. So,
All right.
but yeah.
Ask your Frontera computer how much credit he
Yeah.
deserves. Maybe that'll tell you.
You know what? I'm gonna ask that Frontera computer
ask that.
to run a simulation of the '90s Bulls without Jerry Krause and see how that goes.
Is it already gonna have the players there?
Do what?
Are they already gonna have the players on the computer?
No, it's just gonna be Jordan by himself for the rest of the time. He's not gonna get Pippen, and he's not gonna get Rodman.
How you know somebody else when they got Pippen?
Yeah, who knows? I don't know.
Yeah. Simulation knows though, right?
It's all speculation,
All right.
simulation.
But yeah, so something else stuck out to me was how'd you feel about the transition, the Phil Jackson, the Doug Collins to Phil Jackson transition?
I thought Doug Collins took that transition fairly well
Yeah.
because he knew his job was about to get taken. Even though
Yeah.
Doug Collins was doing a fine enough job as a coach as it was.
Yeah, he was doing good.
Yeah.
He was doing good. I think for me, the Doug Collins thing is one of those things where, some coaches aren't meant to take a team to the next level.
Like
they're good
Mark
for-
Jackson.
Yeah, they're good for young players and developing young talent, but in terms of getting them to that championship level, they have a ceiling that they can't break through.
Yeah,
I think
'cause
that's why.
That's what I did kind of think. That might not be accurate, but I did kind of think of it was a Mark Jackson to Steve Kerr transition.
Yeah, it is similar to that. 'Cause I
Yeah.
think Mark is good with the younger talent, but I don't think Mark. I think Mark had some other issues that would prevent him, which are in the some details that are in the Victory Machine, making of a Dynasty Warriors book that we are going to do a podcast on when Levi finally reads it.
Yeah, when I get to it.
Yeah, when you get to that. So yeah, so that's that was one thing I noticed with the Doug Collins to Phil Jackson thing.
Mhm.
And I think coaches kind of know if they don't pick their staff, they don't get to pick their staff. They kind of know who might be the one to replace them. Because
Mhm.
Doug said himself he felt he was on the way out, and he kind of knew that.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't go into details, but he felt he was on the way out anyway.
Yeah.
And ultimately it was the right decision. Phil's early coaching days were wild. By the
Yeah.
way. The Puerto
Straight
Rico
up
stories.
hippie, man. Straight out of Woodstock.
Yeah, I like how the dude was like, he's kind of like a hippie. Nah, kind of.
He was a hippie.
Yeah,
He was
he just-
straight up
he just
hippie.
was.
He still is a hippie.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The him coaching in Puerto Rico stories were wild.
Yeah, that's crazy,
The
man.
story,
Like-
yeah. So they told a story where the mayor of Puerto Rico shot an official
in the back of the
in
leg.
the back of the leg and
During
the
a
only-
game.
During a game, yeah. The mayor shot an official in the back of the leg, and the only punishment was he couldn't come to any more home games for the rest of the year. That's crazy.
It was crazy. And
My dad is offended that you compared him to Mark Jackson.
yeah,
He didn't appreciate that. He says Mark Jackson should have stayed in the booth.
oh, he should have stayed in the
Yeah, he
booth.
said Mark should stay in the booth.
Should he really stay in the booth though?
Yeah.
We've already talked about Mark Jackson.
Yeah, yeah, but well, yeah, no, he shouldn't be in the booth either. Actually, yeah.
Yeah,
He
he's the
shouldn't be
Booger
there.
McFarlane of NBA analysts.
He is. But yeah, those early coaching days were crazy. Seeing Phil play, I'd never seen Phil Jackson basketball highlights.
Yeah, he was actually decent.
He was, and you
Yeah.
know what was funny about that? That's
What?
the Knicks' last championship, and that era of basketball definitely does not count.
Yeah.
He's like, those highlights, like, oh, this era, this is the cutoff.
Yeah.
This era right here that Phil was in, that's the cutoff of basketball
Yep.
right there. Because that doesn't count in this era. I was looking, I was like, so none of those guys will make it, right? He's like, none of those dudes had it. They wouldn't be here. None
Yeah,
of those dudes.
Phil knows he wouldn't make it either.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I like the Tex Winter thing. The Tex Winter is the triangle person, and then Phil kind of got it from him.
Yeah,
and they ran
yeah.
with it. Because I'd heard that Tex Winter was the person that did the triangle, but
Mhm.
I guess I didn't remember it. It was cool to see that.
Yeah.
And they were both on Doug's staff. Doug never had a chance, man.
Yeah.
Doug never had a chance.
So
he never had a shot.
he's like the Ben Franklin of the triangle. Phil Jackson. Because
Mm.
apparently Ben Franklin, he's got all these inventions
yeah, yeah.
and discoveries, but apparently it wasn't him. He
Oh,
just
really?
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know if
I
that's
mean, I can see
correct
it.
though, but
You never know.
that's just like the hearsay. He's like, oh, Ben Franklin didn't come up with that stuff. Like he just stole it from other people and put his name on it. It's like, okay, where's the proof? But
Yeah.
we can throw him on that.
The Ben Franklin.
Phil
of basketball.
Jackson's the Ben Franklin of the triangle.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Yeah.
But I mean, and with coaching, like, everybody comes from someone, then they get the philosophy and they add their little tweaks or whatever to it.
Yeah.
And they run with it. So, but yeah, I mean, he brought them, 6 championships. I think Phil Jackson's like the best manager of talent as
Yeah.
a coach. Because, I mean, he's able to just make everybody comfortable in ways and stuff. And
He's
get
just
buy-in.
really chill, man.
Yeah, and a lot of guys,
It's really
a lot of
shock
coaches
and hang
struggle with
loose,
that
bro.
balance. Yeah, you're either like an X and O's guy or you're that guy. And I think Phil was
Well,
one
he's a
of them.
good he's a good balance of both.
Yeah. But yeah, so shout out to Phil. I was really intrigued by that. And the fact that Jordan didn't like him in the beginning because, I mean,
Because he was a hippie.
well, and he
When he
didn't want him
won
to have the
Dudley
ball.
Collins.
Yeah,
He won
yeah.
the ball. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So we can get in. So yeah, Phil Jackson's pretty much the one who's trying to teach Jordan, let's play 5-man basketball and not
yeah.
one-person basketball.
Right.
But I found that really funny though. Like Michael Jordan was like, that wasn't equal opportunity basketball. Giving Bill Cartwright 5 seconds.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
It's like, in Jordan, I can see that, like, why would I pass him the ball ever? Why would I give him the basketball?
Yeah,
Bill
exactly.
Cartwright.
We got a comparison of Phil Jackson to Doc Rivers.
Okay. I think, okay. Well, Doc does have some of those same philosophies too.
Yeah,
But I
maybe
don't-
as a manager.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And Doc's okay with. I mean, but Doc didn't manage the Clippers that well though, because none of them liked each other.
Well, and when Doc brought his own son for a hefty contract.
Yeah, Doc the GM ruins Doc's the coach
Yeah.
resume.
A lot of dudes did have a problem with that, with
Yeah,
Austin Rivers
yeah.
being there.
Because you remember they had the incident where the cops had to come to the locker room
Oh,
With
that's
the-
right. I forget about that.
with the Rockets and Clippers, and they
I
had to go
do.
out the secret exit.
Yeah,
They take the,
that's right. I
or they
forgot
went to
about
the
that.
secret tunnel to go confront people. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
weird.
I mean,
What a
it's not.
weird time.
I like the comparison though.
Yeah, it's not a bad comparison.
I would just say
think-
Phil was better
I
at
think-
it, or was.
Yeah, and I think seeing Steve Kerr as a coach, you can kind of see where the influences that Phil had on him, and some
Yeah.
of the way he manages people and the way he can get everybody on the same page and
For sure.
Yeah, I saw a lot of that there too. So
For
yeah,
sure.
Phil's strategy stretch out. Phil's tree stretches for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of people took some of the influences from him. But yeah, and Phil, they needed Phil to get over the finals thing, which was get them over past the bad boys. Get the
Mhm.
Bulls past the bad boys.
Yeah, which is the only way you could beat the bad boys. So
Yeah.
Phil saw that. I mean, everybody knew it. It was just how do you do it though? How do
Right,
you draw it
right.
up? triangle is probably it's the most used and the best. I mean, basketball scheme you can. And there's
And from
multiple
what I've-
forms of the
Yeah,
triangle.
like people just elevated triangle. I think the Warriors ran some elements of the triangle in the Spurs system and just kind of merged that together with outrageous
Yeah, well,
shooters.
like in high school. So in high school, we ran a triangle offense,
Yeah.
but instead of making it was more of a 2 guards, 1 post triangle.
Yeah.
Yeah, we made ours. We had height all the way up until my senior year. Our
Mhm.
center was 6'7", and our power
Word.
forward was 6'5". So we actually ran a triangle with the 2 with 2 forwards and the point.
Right,
Or,
right.
and a guard.
Yeah,
But yeah, you can come up with like a lot of plays or just motions
yeah,
out
for
of the
sure.
triangle.
Yeah,
The last thing I wanted to hit on Phil Jackson. So please clarify, since you've seen this now twice, this episode,
what? Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched it twice last night.
I need
DVR.
clarification on what Phil Jackson was talking about with the Indian reservation and Indian blood.
I have no
Because he
idea.
went straight peyote on me there.
I lost. He lost me twice.
Like
He lost me both times. I saw it the first time and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna let Phil have that. I watched it again. I'm like, okay, yeah, Phil's still saying stuff that I don't understand.
Yeah, when talking about Dennis Rodman, like they had the
Yeah, yeah,
same
he's the-
energy, like the
yeah.
same spirit. And I thought so, and then he brings up Indian blood and Indian spirits, and I'm like, oh, Phil Jackson's Native American? I didn't know that.
Nah,
I was like,
not at
maybe
all.
he's Elizabeth Warren's
just-
cousin or something. And then he's talking about, like, I thought he started talking about, like, when they were talking about blood, I thought it was one of those things where, like, they cut each other's hands open and,
You're
like,
right.
smash the blood,
Nah.
and they became blood brothers,
Yeah, yeah.
And that's where he lost me there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lost me. But I think he just grew up around Indians. Things what he said.
Yeah.
Like there was some Indians.
Yeah,
Native
that's what I
Americans-
heard
Yeah, there were
on
Native
Today.
Americans in his neighborhood.
Yeah. So I think that's
Yeah.
really funny. He's Native American by association,
Yeah,
I
because
guess.
they were in his neighborhood, and he said he always hang out with them. He would identify as an Indian when they would play Cowboys and Indians. He'd always be an Indian.
Yeah.
So he's
I
just-
thought it was funny.
It was
I
pretty
thought
fun. It was like it just fits his hippie personality so well,
Yeah.
and just the way he talks about it. And I'm like, okay, all right, you got that, Phil.
One of my buddies had a good observation. I was like, man, Phil really has been passing around that peace pipe, and my buddy was like, that was more than a peace pipe, man. And that's when he threw in like, Phil looks like a peyote type of guy, and I was like, man,
Nah, Phil's out there.
yeah, you got it.
Phil would
hit
do
a nail on
DMT
the
with
head
Joe
there.
Rogan. He would definitely do DMT with Joe Rogan.
Yes, we need Phil Jackson on
God.
Joe Rogan.
I can't
Yes.
imagine. Yeah,
Oh my, that would be a 20-hour podcast.
it would.
and they would both
And no
die
one-
at the end.
And we wouldn't
Like, it
understand what they were
wouldn't-
talking about. None of us know what they were talking about the whole time.
No, they wouldn't even know what they were talking
No,
about. Once you get
no.
into like the second hour,
Oh yeah, they get lost for
like,
sure.
yeah,
They would get lost. That compilation would be hilarious.
yeah, they would have to.
And Jamie would just be in the background trying to interject.
yeah,
yeah. that'd be
Jamie would
wild.
be trying to like get them back on track.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It would never get on track. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's crazy.
that'd be great.
Yeah, it
I'd
would
pay
be.
money to watch that.
I would too,
actually.
Yeah, Joe Rogan and Phil Jackson podcast.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Bill Walton.
Oh God, yeah, throw Bill in there.
Yes.
Bill be the only one we understand because Bill's crazy, but I know what Bill's talking about at the time. I can follow.
Do
him a little
you
bit.
really?
When
Because
he's
I've
doing a
listened-
game, yeah.
Oh, when he's doing a game,
Yeah,
but have
yeah,
you
yeah.
heard him in podcast form?
Oh, yeah, rare a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I've
no,
heard
I'd
Bill
be
Walton
lost.
on a few podcasts. He loses me. I gotta rewind
Yeah,
a
we
lot
need
of
all three
times.
of those.
Yeah,
We need a trip. That's a trio we definitely need. We definitely got to get that going on.
yeah,
But yeah, so like I said, the last thing was the old country beef, old NBA beef that still semi-exists. It gets brought back up every now and then. The
So-
Bad Boys versus the Bulls.
the Bad Boys.
The Bad Boys and Jordan. That is quite an interesting rivalry. And Levi, I don't know if you know this. Well, I think you do know this.
Phil Exotic. Sorry, I like that nickname. That was a good Quarion.
Now, Levi, I don't have a large amount. Well, I don't want to say I don't respect them. They're NBA champions. I have a level of respect for the Bad Boys. I don't respect their defensive strategy against Jordan. And I'll tell you why I don't
Because
respect
you're a
it.
soft millennial. That's why.
Sure. I'll tell you why I don't respect it. I don't respect it because it's, oh, you know what? We really couldn't guard him. We had nothing to do with him. So we
Mhm.
decided to elbow him a bunch and get him on the ground because we had nothing else. There's nothing we could do about him. Guard your man. Be strong. Be real. Like, man up and guard him.
Hmm.
If you can't guard him, you can't guard him. Being extra and just throwing people to the ground after the foul's already committed for no reason, that's corny. It's cornball basketball. And there's no other problem with them, right? They always come out trying to defend themselves every few years anytime a story comes out, right?
Yeah.
And they love that reputation of being the bad boys and the villains
Mm.
until people start treating them like villains.
Yeah.
You don't get to play the villain and then act like you're not the villain. You were the villain. You're the villain. That's it. Like, own your role. Because that would like come out like, no, I wasn't really like that. It was this, that. No. You want credit for being the tough, annoying, not really playing basketball guys. But then when you get the criticism for the same thing, you want to act like you're not getting respect. No,
Mhm.
you can't have both roles. They can't have it both ways.
Yeah.
They annoy me.
I mean, I kind of agree with you on that sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't go out there, play bad boy basketball,
Right.
and then complain when people label you as thugs or whatever.
Yeah,
Like, it's whatever. You know what I would have loved to see though?
What's that?
I would have loved to see the bad boys go up against Michael Irvin and Terry Crews in like the longest yard. You know, that basketball team. That would have been great.
That'd been wild.
That would have been great.
Yeah,
Yeah, just let it all go. No
call your
rules.
foul basketball.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Call your
yeah.
own fouls. I mean, there'd
Yeah.
be no fouls in that game. They'd all be dead at the end of the game
Pretty
or
much,
slipping
yeah.
on their own blood.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but that'd be great. It's kind of cowardly basketball. Yes,
is.
you're making up with your lack of skill and
Yeah.
on the physical side.
And it's not really basketball in its purest sense to me. It's not really basketball plays to me.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. But it was the only way they could beat Jordan. And really, I just think this is more of an indictment or a check in the box for how good Jordan is because they couldn't beat Jordan and
for
the
sure.
Bulls without Pippen and Rodman, without beating them up.
Yeah, I agree with
The
that.
Jordan
I agree
rules.
with that.
Yeah.
And they beat was Robin there the first year they beat them? Was
No.
he was
Well,
with-
yeah. No, he was still with the Pistons.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
first
yeah,
year
yeah,
they
the first
beat
time,
him.
yeah. And it's like, but yeah, I'm with you on that. It's like you could. It does. I always thought that. I'm like, y'all. This doesn't make y'all look. This makes Jordan look better. It's
Yeah.
like we can't beat you without. We can't beat you by in basketball purposes. We got to be extra to
Yeah.
beat you.
Exactly.
And just like wear your body down.
yeah.
It's like, come on, man. Like that's not. It's not. It doesn't help y'all's case at all. And then the way they just like I said, the way they act after it about it was like they want credit for beating Jordan, but don't want blame for like, yeah. But when people are like, yeah, but that wasn't really basketball, was it? Then they're mad about it. People are saying that and saying not a respected team. Like this is what you wanted. That's the role you played, man.
Hey, we
On
got a
the road.
comment though. It's all fair if the refs allow it, and they allowed it.
But that's because the game. I mean, that's because the way the game's called. But it's not really basketball. You can't say it's fun basketball to watch though. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Yeah.
yeah.
My
'Cause-
dad, I was talking to my dad about this actually. He was like, I don't know why he said, I don't know why we liked this back then. I have no idea why we thought that was good basketball and fun to watch because it really wasn't what the game's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, they did allow a lot of nonsense back then. Like
Mhm.
people would get clotheslined and there would be no flagrant fouls called.
Mhm.
Just like Kurt Rambis got clotheslined at one time.
Yeah.
It was just a regular foul.
Yeah.
Like shoot your free throws, man. Relax.
And
You
then
know?
I'm pretty sure, did anybody even get kicked out of the game? I remember
No.
somebody like pulled Bird down.
Yeah,
And that's when
yeah,
Bird
yeah.
just turned around and like he's on top of him and just punches him.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they just got up and
Yeah,
went
let you
about
go.
their way.
Yeah, let you
like,
go. Yeah,
yeah.
pretty much. And I
Um,
think Robert Parrish like punched Bill Laimbeer or like threw Bill Laimbeer down, and then no one helped him. They just watched. Like,
Yeah.
dang, that sucks.
yeah.
Gotta suck for you.
I mean, look, we can argue, yeah, that really isn't technically basketball.
It's not.
That's not beautiful
It
basketball.
makes
That's
for
not
funny
what we
highlight.
want.
It makes for funny look back videos, but
Yeah.
in terms of enjoying the game, it doesn't do much for me.
Yeah, but look, when they're telling us, when I hear somebody who watched the Bad Boys back in the day and was a fan of them, and they tell us we're soft now, I'll say I agree with you. Like we are very soft compared to what y'all what y'all were allowed to do
See.
back then.
Yeah. Okay, so here's my thing. Is it soft or are we just like, no, I'd rather just beat you with skill rather than I think it's softer to be like, I can't beat this dude, so I'm gonna beat him up than to
Yeah.
be like, I'd rather just beat them.
hmm
So I think they were soft. How about that?
Yeah.
How about that? That was soft basketball back then.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well,
Boom.
yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of soft, but it was hard at the same time.
It was physical. It was soft mentality with physical action.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I put it
Yeah.
together, right?
But you had to have. But if you were going up against them, though, that
Yeah, you
took
had
a
to be
lot of.
It was classic bully tactics where like as soon as you get some pushback, you don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like the classic way to say about bullies, they're only front runners, and then when they get adversity, they don't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Because
Yeah.
Jordan was still putting up decent numbers.
Yeah, Jordan getting buckets.
Yeah, he was still getting buckets, getting his assists and rebounds, and it didn't look like he was crying that much about it. I mean,
really
he just knew
didn't.
that's what.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He just
So
went-
next
he's like,
time
cool.
I see somebody touch LeBron's fingertips as he goes up for a layup, I don't want to see you whining about it, LeBron.
I mean,
yeah,
well, I'm gonna tell you what I don't want to see.
because LeBron
saying,
flops,
on that era,
little
On
flopper.
that, you know what I don't want to see?
Yeah,
People saying LeBron couldn't play back then.
No, LeBron could play back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's my theory on that, right? I guess we'll probably get into this later in a minute, but like I think all good players from like the Magic and Bird era on, like all the elites of that era to now, could all play in any era.
hmm
I think all the elites could all play. I think trying to say they couldn't is weird. And saying that LeBron can handle the physicality back then, look, man, Jordan was 200 pounds getting knocked around. LeBron's between 240 and 280. Or
Yeah,
somewhere.
but then Jordan bulked up though.
Bulked up 215.
Yeah.
Still smaller than LeBron. You know what I'm saying? So like
Mhm.
LeBron could very much handle the physicality of that era, and guys could very much handle it. And
Yeah.
I think transition would be good for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I think the reason why people
That's
would
right
make that
there.
argument is just because,
They like to say it.
well, they like to see it, but also, yeah, I am a little tired of seeing LeBron flopping when it's an obvious flop
Everybody flops.
and him crying
Everybody
about like
flops.
getting fouled or
Every
whatever.
player in the NBA
Yeah,
flops.
so I mean, that's
I'm
kind of
over it.
what. That's where I can see the argument. That's where I'm okay
over it,
with
man.
if somebody's like,
Nah.
yeah, y'all are kind of soft nowadays.
not letting him get it off.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm not letting him get it off.
Look, I don't want
I
to see
refuse.
basketball turn into soccer, okay? Because
it's
if
not,
you want
though.
to see flopping and
They
whining
find
and
people,
crying,
but they find people in basketball for it.
do they really?
Yeah.
All the time. I mean, there's
I mean,
been
they do it
some
enough.
flops that
But now,
people have
but
gotten
here's
away
my
with.
thing. People like Marcus. Do you like Marcus Smart as a basketball player?
Yeah.
He's a flopper.
Yeah.
He's an excessive flopper.
I mean, did I say?
But
I
you
like
like him.
LeBron as a basketball player.
Nah, it didn't sound like it.
Well,
You
okay,
want to see him
look,
flopping.
I'm not.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We pick and choose when we don't like flopping.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
If you're good and you flop on occasion, I can let it go.
On
Marcus
occasion,
Marcus
though.
Smart's flopping is part of his offense.
So
part of
it's-
his defense.
I feel like LeBron's is too.
Nah, it's not.
Okay.
Nah, LeBron don't. He has to play defense to flop.
Yeah.
LeBron played defense in a regular season game in 7 years
True.
since he left Miami.
The last thing
My
I want
father
to.
says Mr. Naismith meant basketball you play with skill. That's right.
Yeah, that is right. That's
Shout out to
correct.
Naismith.
Yeah.
Have you
Putting
seen
in
a
the
picture of
peach
Naismith?
basket.
Do you know what he looks like?
Yeah.
I've never seen.
It's been a
one.
long time.
I've never seen one.
Yeah, I've seen
I
a
just
picture
thought
of
about
him.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never know what he looks
With
like.
him, like the dudes in the gym and the peach baskets.
Word,
I've seen
word.
pictures.
Salute.
The last thing I want to say about this Bad Boys versus Jordan,
It's about the handshake stuff.
yeah, I don't care about who shook whose hand and who didn't. Okay,
I'ma
if
tell you-
anything, the Bad Boys were smart about it because they didn't want to get coronavirus. How about that? Okay, so I don't care about this. He didn't shake my hand. What a sore loser.
It was pretty pathetic.
I don't care.
It was pretty pathetic.
I don't. Okay, yeah,
It was
but you know
pathetic.
whose rescue I came to years ago about not shaking somebody's hand
Whose?
after losing?
Whose?
And it's one person I will never ever defend again, and never saw myself defending.
Oh.
But when everybody was blasting Cam Newton in that Super Bowl for not shaking anybody's hand and just walking off that field, I got on Facebook, you know, because
Mm,
all
that was the
powerful
Facebook time.
Facebook, and I said it popped up in my memories like a few months ago or whatever when the
Right.
Super Bowl, and it always sticks out to me because it would be the only time I defend this man. But I said I'm tired of the slander and everybody judging Cam Newton for walking off the field without shaking. Like the dude just lost the biggest game in his career. Like everything you want. Yeah, I'm pretty mad too. I agree. It's not the best sportsmanship, but whatever. In the heat of the moment, you just walk off. I'm okay with it. I don't care.
Is that not
don't care.
completely different circumstance though?
How?
Because the Pistons were already champions. It's not like that was the only shot at championship. That was Cam's like only.
Well, Isaiah Thomas used that as an argument though, as to why they didn't shake their hands.
I heard Isaiah don't make sense when he talks though.
Yeah,
Isaiah is low key a car salesman. Like that throws. He's that person that throws a bunch of shade and then gets mad when you recognize it. And like, what do you mean? I wasn't being shady towards you. I was, he's like the most condescending person ever.
yeah.
He has compliments inside condescension.
I've never seen Isaiah Thomas not wear a suit.
That's a good point.
And
true.
so it makes me think like, dude's kind of like a lawyer. He's ready for it. Any little
yeah,
thing
he's
you
got
got
his
for
ready.
him against him, he's already got it
reason.
ready.
He's got a reason and a spin zone for every single thing.
Yeah, he does.
And it is weird to hear them still trying to like. I think them trying to defend the not shaking the hands thing makes it look weirder.
Yeah,
And it's the fact that you were physically abusing Jordan for 2 years, and he still was out there and still dapped y'all up and gave y'all respect and left and just came back next year.
yeah,
And then like, the torch passing thing is kind of interesting. It's like you're passing the torch down to them, so you know what I'm saying.
yeah.
It's like, well, you beat me, you can shake our hands, we can go.
Yeah.
You ain't got to mean it, but it's just like the visual of it's kind of whack.
I like how Isaiah Thomas is dubbed as the leader of that team when we all
He
know
was.
it's really Bill Lambier who is the leader of
It
that
wasn't
team.
Bill Lambier.
Do what?
I don't think it was Bill.
I'm not
Lambier.
saying on the court, like
Yeah.
in the being the best player,
Oh,
but
yeah, I
I
got
feel
you.
like how they carried themselves and what
Yeah.
like that locker that was Bill Lambier.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, maybe, yeah, possibly.
yeah.
But yeah.
Well,
Saleh
what's
should-
Isaiah Thomas? What's your defense on being a terrible coach, huh?
Oh my god.
Do you have
Talk
anything
let's
for
go.
that?
Let's go.
Because you
He
were a
got lot
terrible
of-
coach.
he
You
a
got
lot
any
of stuff.
excuses for it?
You know, the other thing with Isaiah is like he was talking about like, oh, that's why I got left off the dream team. Bro, no one on the dream team liked you.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Well, they
that.
say Michael Jordan was the one that
Michael didn't
said-
like him. Magic had a problem with him at the time.
Yeah.
Bird had a problem with him in the past. That's three people right there who
Yeah.
all had issues with you at some point.
Mhm.
Like you weren't getting on. I think Malone had a problem with him too. Like no one liked him.
Yeah.
Like I think I told Chase this earlier. Isaiah is the guy who like people don't like, but he doesn't know why people don't like him. Why he sits there and like condescends you.
exactly.
He doesn't. He's like, I don't understand why no one likes me. Why he sits there and just throw shade at everybody.
How about this? He's Jerry Krause in basketball form. I get
That
it.
might be perfect.
There
we
we go.
We might have gone full circle right
Yeah.
there. That's a good take. We're gonna change segments on that. That's it.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna
Let's
put it.
go.
I didn't do a one gotta go today, but I'm gonna put on the poll after this show, along
up?
with the other one gotta go: Isaiah Thomas or Jerry Krause.
Well, I'm gonna let the Hall of Famer live. Oh yeah, he was a GM too. Either was a GM at 1.2. That didn't
He
go well either.
was.
Yeah.
See, that makes it
I think
better.
he was GM of the Knicks too. I think
Yeah.
because what's his name? Dolan was
Dolan being Dolan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Dolan.
Do Bulls win if Doug Collins stays coach? I don't think they win consistently, Tyler. I think they get one. That's about it though.
hmm
Tyler asked, do the Bulls win if Doug Collins stays coach?
I mean, yeah, I think
I
they
don't think-
still win.
Yeah, I don't think they become like 6-time champions, but I think they
Mm-mm.
still get championships. I
Yeah.
think they still get one or two.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a consistent basis, I don't believe. But yeah, I think Jordan eventually gets one. I don't see Jordan not getting the title.
Yeah.
And we've seen
Same.
coaches get championships. Lesser coaches win championships. What up, Tyloo?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. So now you wanted to talk about
Yeah, I want to talk about
defense then.
90s defense versus today's
Okay.
defense.
okay. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
So we got a big argument. Well, not we in particular.
yeah.
Everybody.
That's fact.
We like to throw. Let's compare eras. We
Mhm.
like to do that for some reason.
We do.
Got a comment. Doug
Your
Collins had
boy?
the swag back in the day.
The Collins did have swag.
He did have swag, but so did Phil. They
Yeah.
both had
they
swag.
had
It was
different
just
types of
different
swag.
swag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On this
swag drip.
before you as you get into you talking about how we compare eras.
Yeah.
Your boy said this once. Your man,
Who's my
your
boy?
man Drizzy Drake.
Oh yeah.
They take the greats from the past and compare us. I wonder if they'd ever survive in this era. What he said.
Let's go.
I did that just for you.
And wait, what's the rest of the lines?
In a time where it's recreation to put all these skeletons out
It's
the closet like Halloween decorations. Yeah.
When this is
Lord knows.
yeah, this Lord knows.
Yeah.
But he says before, and that's around the time when your idols become your rivals.
I don't think that's the same song, is it?
Yeah, that's Lord.
Is that-
No,
that's-
what's that song then? No,
Oh.
that's a different song.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
But I like it's kind of comparing generations too, I guess. That's around the time when your idols become your rivals. Make friends with Mike, but gotta AI him for your survival.
Okay.
Boom.
Yeah. That's probably on Scorpion. Sound like a Scorpion line.
No, that was So Far Gone.
Oh, it was?
That was
I gotta
yeah.
go
What
back.
song
I got
was
it back
that?
in the game tape.
Thank Me Later.
Oh, okay.
Or Thank Me Now.
Oh,
It was Thank Me
yeah,
Now.
yeah. Got you,
Yeah.
got you.
But anyways,
All right, yeah.
all right, so doing like what Drake said, comparing eras. I just want to say, look, before I get into my little argument, I'm not I acknowledge that we are more
Acknowledge.
athletic today. Like NBA is more
That's it.
athletic, okay? I acknowledge the game has been elevated
Mhm.
today,
Mhm.
okay? I'm not saying they were better back in the day or whatever, but look, we disrespect them too much, I think.
Okay.
We boomer it, all right? And then just disregard it
Word,
and
word,
just
word,
go
word,
on
word.
about our business.
Okay.
So, back in the late 70s, this is where I'm going to start with it.
Okay.
They tried to get rid of the hand checking, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It was not enforced. Hand checking did not really become enforced until the early 2000s.
Right.
Yeah. So that's the old argument, hand checking. Like,
Yeah.
oh, they didn't have hand checking back in the day. Here's another argument for you on why 90s defense is pretty tough.
Wait, no, they had hand checking in 90s.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
They had
okay.
hand
Oh, you
checking.
said they didn't. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
my bad.
yeah,
that was
yeah,
my fault.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah,
so they
it's
did
good,
have
it's good.
hand checking.
Yeah,
So that's
I'm following you,
one
I'm following
in
you.
compared to this.
Yes.
Two, the game back then was centered around the big man, correct?
Mhm.
Everybody had like a 7-footer on their team. and you didn't have the defensive 3-second rule back then,
Right,
correct?
right.
So your 7-footer could just hang down there.
And you couldn't play zone.
Yeah, and you couldn't play zone.
Illegal defense. Yeah.
All right. So this means when Mike was being guarded and he shook somebody going to the rim, he was going to have to beat 2 guys,
Right.
correct? Because you
Correct.
were going to have that center there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I had something else too. I had 3 of them. But so comparing that to today, look, we've all seen it. I've seen plenty of compilations of people putting out here, and then they think they're so funny, and they get hundreds of thousands of views.
They're hilarious.
And they're like, oh, look at this defense. Blah,
It's
blah, blah.
funny. It is
Yeah.
funny.
All right. The defense wasn't on all the time. And when you take in consideration of the athleticism back in the day, yeah, sure, the defense wasn't that great.
Mhm.
But I can match every compilation you give me back then of players today in this era. I've seen games
Okay.
where in regular time, they just throw up 130, 40 points,
Mhm.
and that's it. I mean, because nobody's playing defense, just constant fast breaks up and down the floor, and nobody really cares. James Harden, for example.
Correct.
The dude's here just for the offense, and there's a lot of other players in this league that are here just for the offense. But in today's game, the whole floor is spread out, correct?
Yes.
Taking in consideration the whole 3-second in the lane, all that.
Center's starting to shoot threes.
Yeah, center's starting to shoot threes. So this
Like
is
the
what you
Rockets
have
don't
to
have
do.
the Rockets run 5 out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And nobody plays, not a lot of teams play help man anymore. They might look like it. They may be set up in the help man, but everybody's so worried too about drawing a foul. You know, it's kind of like, that's it. There's no use for
It's-
me helping my man if he's already gotten halfway to the basket.
Mhm.
I'm just going to come in here and foul him.
Yes.
So all we see is just 5 guys on their own island, make a little move, juke them. That's it. Like, you have nobody else to face.
I
and
think you
can
see a
just
lot of
sit-
motion in the league.
You do still see motion, but
and a lot of switchability.
sure, but that's more when it comes down to like playoff time. But when we're in regular season, it's not that much.
I think teams run a lot of sets in the regular season.
Okay,
I
maybe.
do. I think
But
teams run a lot.
I'm just saying
But I hear what
I
you're
can
saying.
match every compilation that somebody were to
Okay.
show me from the 90s.
But-
I can match them with today. And you can, if you match like how much teams average in points, it's not that much more, but we're averaging way more points today. Yeah, the game today is a lot of isolation ball, and that's coming from a former college player and a high school coach
I mean,
right
it can,
now.
but there's also a lot of motion. But also, guys are better one individually too, like and taking guys off the dribble.
Okay,
But I do
yeah.
still think there's a lot of action in the NBA today too, though.
Yeah,
there's
I-
a lot of ball movement. It's just much quicker and higher pace.
It's a lot quicker, yeah. And we
and
can
guys are like their offensive weapons are just stronger. Like guys are shooting. Everyone's shooting threes just about.
yeah.
except for Ben
But
Simmons.
don't tell me, look,
But I don't see people pull. I don't think people pull the '90s videos. It's more like it's earlier
more
than
back in the
90s.
70s
Yeah,
and
70s,
80s. Yeah,
80s,
but
yeah.
people want to make the argument though that Jordan can't touch LeBron. Like, people really believe that. Like,
I don't.
you can tell me whatever, but LeBron nuts on Jordan. Like, I mean, that's pretty much it.
But I don't know those people. That's the difference.
I mean, I
Yeah.
see it on the internet, and
Oh, I don't follow them.
okay,
That's the thing.
but I mean, I
But I
see
hear
it.
you.
I hear it.
I
I
hear
see
you.
it from too many people.
I
and
will say, does the ability of hand checking make it easier to play defense? When you say
yeah.
okay, and you can't do that now, so that does make defense.
Yeah, but I'm
exponentially
talking
harder.
offensive wise. Like, don't tell me Jordan could play the same. And I think Jordan would be even better in today's. Give him the same technology, because all these athletes do nowadays. They got way more advanced technology in sports science and everything else that helps them. Put Jordan in today with all the advantage that we have today, including load management, which, yes, we have discussed. Load management
Been around
was
forever.
sort of a thing,
Yeah.
but it's not prevalent like it is today. It's not in players' contracts like it is today either.
It's in one contract.
Yeah, and
Relax.
look,
It's in one contract.
yeah, in Kawhi's.
All right.
All right, you'll see more of
Relax.
it. We'll see more of it. We'll
Hey,
get to
man.
it. But you put Jordan in today with that isolation ball. He would have thrived off that. We wouldn't have needed a LeBron to facilitate the ball. Just give it to Jordan, let him play ISO ball the whole time,
He
and
wouldn't have
you'd
won.
be
though.
fine.
But he didn't win playing ISO ball.
Yeah,
don't win playing
back
you don't
in the
win playing
day.
ISO ball.
Back in the day,
Who won playing ISO ball in the NBA now? Who's won playing ISO ball?
the Rockets.
What have they won? They haven't won anything.
Yeah, but they've gotten deep into the playoffs with it though.
They haven't won anything though.
But okay,
Who
and
they-
so
who
you
they get
put
beat
somebody
by?
more
Who they get
superior.
beat by?
You put somebody more
No,
superior.
who did they get beat by?
The Warriors.
A team that has emphasis on what?
Yeah, on ball movement
Okay,
team.
then. Thank
And I'm
you.
not saying that's not the okay. Look, if you're playing
You're not
team ball,
winning.
that's the way to go today.
Okay.
And that was the way to go
That's what
back
I'm saying.
then
No
too.
one really wins
but
with iso ball.
Michael Jordan, as an isolation player, I think he would have done better in this era than he would have done back
He'd
in
be
the
fine.
90s.
His team wouldn't have won though.
Do what?
He wouldn't have won. The one championship was iso ball.
Who
Iso ball doesn't
knows?
win titles.
Who knows?
It doesn't win titles.
Jordan might have done it.
But he didn't do it back then.
Yeah, because I'm making the argument of you couldn't play like that
You
back
can't
in the
win
day.
like that now. Everyone knows you can't win with iso ball now. Kobe even said you can't win with iso ball.
Yeah, you can't win with iso. Okay.
Harden said that himself, and Harden loves iso ball. He said that.
Yeah,
So-
but they've won enough.
They haven't won
And
anything.
then you put Jordan in
They haven't
there,
won
it's
anything.
better.
They haven't won a single thing. with
Jordan
iso
would have
ball.
been just fine in this. Jordan would have been
I told
going
you,
toe to
all
toe
great
with
players, all great players
LeBron.
will be fine in any era.
Yeah.
You put any great player from this era, the previous era, from this era to the like 80s to the Magic Bird beginning to now, any of those players would be fine.
Let's put LeBron in Jordan's era though, without all this technology and
He'd been fine.
advancement.
He
He
would've
would have
been
been fine.
fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's still a physical freak. So
Yeah, he is a
yeah,
physical
he would
freak.
have been fine.
Yeah.
His game would have been a lot different because they wouldn't have let him shoot. But he probably would
I
have
mean,
been a
does he
center or
even
something.
really
Yes,
shoot?
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a part of his game he's had to develop a lot though.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have been allowed to develop it back
His
then.
main
is what I'm saying.
facilitator.
He's been in the paint catching rebounds and stuff.
Yeah.
So
And I like too how we just we just put Jordan. Yeah, he's a better scorer, and then LeBron's everything else. But I mean, in those Pistons games, Jordan's lines look like LeBron lines: 31, 8, and 8. I mean,
who are you arguing with about this though? These are the people I don't know who
with
you're
the,
arguing
with
with.
the people at home who think this. That's who I'm arguing it with.
Okay, that's why
I just had to get it off my
yeah,
chest
I
because
feel
I'm
you.
tired of the disrespect.
They disrespect us though.
That's true.
It's a cycle.
Yeah,
They disrespect their generation.
and
Disrespects our generation.
and we'll disrespect them
And you know
when
why?
we get older.
because they started the cycle. We're going to continue it.
yeah,
Yeah. I really
sure.
don't like the 18-year-olds that play basketball now. So
It's all me ball.
I really don't like any of them. Like,
Yeah.
well, I like them, but I don't like them at the same time.
Do you think we've actually gotten
friend-
worse?
My boy is trying to tell me that Luka's already like a legend. I'm like, you have to stop this right now. Like, we're not doing any of that with Luka, not yet. What are you saying though? Do I
Do you
think?
think we kind of died digress? What do you say?
What?
Uh,
No, you're right. Digress. Basketball?
digress?
No.
Is it digress? Digress? Digress?
It could
Digress?
be.
Digress is
Regress.
something else.
Regress, that's the word.
Is it
Yeah,
regress?
regress.
Yeah. I think
No,
we
I
kind
don't
of
think so.
regressed a little bit.
I don't, for the simple fact that I think in every this is why I get annoyed. Every other sport, every era they're like, oh, this era is bigger, stronger, and faster than the previous one. Except in basketball, somehow no one's gotten better in basketball, but everyone is in every other sports gotten better. But in basketball, no one's gotten better. So no, I think we are better in this era. I think guys took a lot from the old eras and just kind of meshed it together. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like things that were a big deal back then are kind of regular now.
Mhm.
You know, like getting triple doubles, like not necessarily a big a deal anymore.
Yeah.
It's like really cool to say, but it's not like, you know what I'm saying, a something that is rare or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I think this era is fine. I think it's fine. Yeah. Shout
Yeah.
out to basketball.
Shout out to basketball.
It is
I
the
love
only
you. I love all eras, but
I
look,
love all eras. I don't love all eras fans.
same.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like our eras fans.
I like some of them.
Some of them, maybe.
I don't like the super statsy ones.
Yeah, me either.
This dude was trying to tell me about pick and roll efficiency. I said, if you don't get out of my face, I want some pick and roll efficiency. Like, I do not care about pick and roll efficiency. That's one stat I do not care about. Is pick and roll efficiency. I like some advanced stats. They help. To me, you're not gonna show me a player is good by pick and roll efficiency. What good player isn't good at pick and roll? It's like very basic of being.
That's
a
the
good
easy.
basketball
Yeah,
player.
if you can't run a pick and roll
You're not a
successfully,
good player.
yeah.
Like, yeah, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
exactly.
Thank you for that. Don't
Who is that? Like somebody trying to make. Yeah, it's
yeah,
ridiculous.
pick and roll efficiency.
Yeah.
What up, France? Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Salute though.
but
I
that was
think-
it
Yeah.
on my. Yeah,
I'm
that's-
glad you got that off your chest. to the
Yeah,
people who
got it off
say
my
that.
chest because people have been. Making
Shout out
me
to
mad,
all
man.
the errors and all the myths that are getting busted in this documentary
Yeah,
and the things that are staying alive. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Salute. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's it for this week. I think the Last Dance next parts are I forget actually because I haven't watched it. It's about I saw a preview, but I don't remember what the preview said for the next 2 episodes. But they should be good as well. I think there's another. I mean, they're good. Now we're just in the championship era of the Bulls in the Last Dance now. Like we're going through all the championships. Next week is the Portland. Yeah, the Portland finals is next. I think Portland's in the Suns finals and the next 2 up. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Y'all should be looking forward to that. Thank you for listening tonight. Follow us on Twitter at NTE Podcast, Facebook. Not well, you're probably already there. Not the experts.
Yeah.
NTE Podcast, IG NTE Podcast. Go vote on the Twitter polls. The one got to go. The Super One got to go is next week. Don't forget that. Podcasts are coming this week because you all reached the subscriber goal. So be on the lookout for that. Wherever you listen to the podcast at, Apple, Spotify, all that good stuff. Follow the YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. What's up?
Yeah. Just a few notes.
Yes.
Somebody
All right,
sent
drop
to
the
us
notes, drop the
that yeah. Yes, James Harden. Oh yeah, so all the guards, everybody's very dominant in the guard, which is complete opposite of the 90s, like Jordan's era. It wasn't guard dominant. It was big man dominant. So he changed the game, helping us into what we are today. So our era has to thank Jordan for that. And then
Every era
also
has to thank the other era.
do what?
Every era has to thank the previous era.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we like to forget that. But also,
We don't.
we are forgetting too that even though LeBron is more of a facilitator, for him to be good and his team to be good, he has to have the ball in his hands. He's very ball dominant. He's got to have it in his
He's a point
hands
guard.
to scheme it around. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So was someone saying that as a negative?
No, I'm just.
Oh,
That's
saying
just
he
the
wouldn't be
notes
good
in
back
there.
then? Oh, okay, I got you. I
Yeah.
got you. But I think back then he would have grown up playing a different position, and then it would have been
Yeah, he would have been like
his
a four
whole
man.
skill set would have been different.
Yeah,
He probably would have been a great. Well, he could have been a great passing big man. This would have been really weird to see from back then
yeah.
because Magic was 6'10".
Well, I mean,
6'11".
his height pretty much.
Yeah.
6'9".
Actually, LeBron would probably be a point guard too.
yeah,
With his
probably
skill
would.
set with
Yeah.
the right coach. But yeah, so salute to that. Salute. Thank you all for leaving comments. We appreciate those as well. Like I said, we'll be back Sunday. Sunday
Yeah.
will probably be a regular show unless there's something for me to yell about again. Probably, hopefully it won't be. I was tired, bro. I was tired after that yesterday.
I bet.
I
It
didn't
took a
wanna
lot.
talk.
There was a lot of yelling.
Yeah, I went back and saw longer with him. I was really going off for a while. It was crazy. Got hot.
I could have taken a brief nap during all
Yeah,
that.
it got wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. So salute to y'all. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you to the Butlers. We appreciate you, Clayton and Christina.
Butler Productions Multimedia.
Absolutely. Be in the building. See y'all Sunday. Follow us everywhere. Thank you.
Peace.
This has been Not the Experts with Levi Evans and Titus Majors. We'll see you Sunday.